Hi, it's Angie. As promised, it's a tea leaf reading here. You know, there are many times when I think about the dark night of the soul, and having survived the dark night of the soul, I hear myself saying, I would have never, ever expected to be living here in this wonderful community and being able to see this beautiful panoramic view. We have a wonderful panoramic view. It is almost like this house was sitting here waiting for me. Now, for those that do not know what the dark night of the soul is, it is an absolute stripping of your reality. This could be what Romy, Nick Reiner's brother and sister Jacob and Romy may be experiencing, because that is a collapse. It's a collapse of really what you thought was your brother, really what you thought was your brother or your family. It is an absolute shattering. It is a shattering of your reality. So for some reason, I have to bring that up because I'm taking cards from the Transylvania deck, because these types of people that suffer from narcissistic abuse, it's very difficult for any psychotherapist to diagnose anyone with a mental illness, because first of all, it's very difficult to force anybody to take medication. For those that have survived narcissistic abuse, those are the people that really have a kind of an understanding of the manipulation and the cunning type of personality. I could be talking about Nick Reiner here, and I could be talking about a few other ding-dongs out there that brought me to my knees. It will bring you to your knees. So before I go on any further, clickety click. Now, those, I know what that means. That means that's a pair of shoes out there that someone is wearing or wore that forced me off of another YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm bringing that up today. Could be because it's Elvis Presley's birthday today, the day the king was born. Okay, so I'm going to done the sitter here. I was called a lot of nasty names in person and out in YouTube world. So I'm not inviting that energy, but I've said it's not up to me. That determines what I say here, because no one is in control here. And it could be a day of reckoning. It will most likely, hopefully, be a day of reckoning for many, many people out there that are false prophets. False prophets. Okay. You know, just one second. I don't have a bright light here. My future's so bright. I want to wear shades. I got to wear shades. That reminds me of Corey Hart. I think he sung that, because lyrics are a fantastic way that I get messages from spirit. Now, this just looks like some kind of serpentine snake out there. That's the first thing. That looks like a snake. You can kind of see the snake sort of like. Now, I'm going to hold it up a little bit longer, because whenever I say I'm going to hold it up longer, I never do. So we've got someone that has the Trump deranged syndrome out there. Okay. Is that the Phoenix? Could be the Phoenix rising. So I'm a little bit confused here. It could be the Phoenix rising. So the Phoenix rising is what I see myself in traditional tarot as the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it's a little bit of water here. Okay, lipstick on your collar, gonna tell on you. Okay, now many narcissists are liars. Well, liars, cheaters, and thieves, not necessarily in that order. So let me hold that up again. For me, I see the Phoenix rising. So the Phoenix rising is a staple of really what the dark night of the soul is. It's a collapsing, and then it's rising. Rising with much more information, much more knowledge, much more boundaries. You understand more boundaries. You understand how wicked narcissism is, and how wicked a narcissist psychopath can be. You know, Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner would have done anything for Nick Reiner. They worshipped the ground he walked on. That's what happens when you have cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance can keep you trapped. I may have to close those blinds, but we'll see if I can get through this tea leaf reading. So, like I said, salt of the earth. Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner, salt of the earth. Salts of the earth. Fantastic. Nick was a voyeur, watching them all the time. Fantastic philanthropists. George Michael as well. George Michael, you know, out there, well, he was when he was alive on this planet, because I heard the lyrics to Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All? Nick Reiner, in my psychic opinion, planned it, okay? So the Phoenix Rising, that is the dark night. That is what happens after you survive the dark night of the soul. No two mediums are alike. No two psychics are alike. All mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are a medium. This is Nick Reiner. It's going to cost him. This is the Lacoste card. This is the Crocodile Tears card. This is the Amber Heard card. This is the Criminal Justice card, because there will be a day of reckoning. You cannot hurt a God's child. You can try all you want, but eventually the justice system comes in and clips your wings in an enormous way. And it's going to cost people. It's going to cost Nick Reiner his freedom, because now whatever happened with that Alan Jackson guy, he's not fitting the bill. So that's the Lacoste cards. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Many are called, few are chosen. Or is it many are called, few are chosen? Or is it many are chosen, few are called? Whatever. I get that mixed up all the time. So we'll see what comes out here. That's the Crocodile Tear cards. Amber Heard had it. I called, it was Johnny Heard. Yeah, Johnny Heard. Johnny Depp went through horrific narcissistic abuse. Cross the snare. I can't snap my fingers, but we'll see what else comes out here. So that, I already said, that feels like that's the entity of narcissism. It is the Phoenix Rising. It taught me a lot. Narcissists will teach you a lot about yourself. I think that's for Romy. It's entrapment. You know, when you have this type of family relative or relationships like this, it's an entrapment. It is a cunning, manipulative. Machiavellian is the three: psychopathy, narcissism, and Machiavellianism. Is that right? It is the dark triad. The dark triad is the most vicious form of, they'll leave skeleton remains. It's like they basically come at you and you are just a bag of bones. They tear you down to nothing and chaos and confusion. This is the love and marriage. Entrapment. This can be your son. This can be the son of Rob Reiner. This can be the son. This can be your brother. Very, very difficult personality disorders to comprehend. That's why some of us had to walk away and keep away. Blue Spanish eyes. Do, 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 do. That's what Elvis Presley possibly went through, right? We'll see. Changes in attitude, changes in latitude. Intuition is never wrong. This card, when I used to do videos on the channel that I had to take down, no remorse though. I have no remorse, no regret. I learned my lessons. When you poke the hornet's nest, they're going to come after you. But changes in attitude, changes in latitude, my clear abilities, I hold tight with me. They're abilities that I came to this planet with. And when you walk away, you keep away. So let's take another one because the Phoenix rises, okay? I did go to Arizona once upon a time. I had an incredible experience when I went to the Grand Canyon. Did I say the Phoenix? Yeah, I did. I was like bawling like a baby. I don't know if anybody's ever been to the Grand Canyon, but I highly recommend it in the United States. Okay, so let's take one here. Somebody finish here, or we'll see. Uh-oh, I hope that Deranger card doesn't come out of this deck. Blue Spanish eyes. That I see lots of things in that cup. I almost see somebody like Mrs. Awakens. You know, comedy is a huge part. Comedy was a huge part of our family. That was Carol Burnett. Because I'm talking about the Aunt Diva. If this person is circling your life, you're going to have to learn how to use a pair of scissors. I am being pleasantly distracted by a small herd of deer. This is a deer. This is the one that you absolutely have to disconnect from. And if you don't, you're going to continue to suffer. Sometimes we have to... I take this from another YouTuber out there. Gray rock sometimes doesn't work. It does work, though, if you are having to deal with children and if you've had children but with a psychopath. All psychopaths are narcissists, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. Oh, and that's the Aunt Diva card. That reminds me of Raquel Welch. You know, a lot of femme de fatale in the Elvis Presley world. I'm not going to say too much about, oh yeah, of course, I knew it. This is the bombastic YouTubers out there in the Elvis Presley club. Spirit is never wrong. I have to talk about whatever the messages are. This is the Eminem man, or someone out there labeled himself a Mensa club. This is how arrogant some of the YouTubers out there in the Elvis Presley world are. That's that Bridget Cruz out there. Lawsuits between her, well, the Elvis Presley Enterprises, lawsuits out there that is always tooting their own horn. They sunk to a new level in the Elvis Presley world. Don't shoot the messenger. This is Leave It to Beaver. I watched a lot of that content once upon a time. Rudolph Valentino. He was very, I think Rudolph Valentino. Tint. I'm very fragile rock. Nothing wrong with being sensitive. Spirit's looking for the sensitive one, the deep thinker. Flowing but solid. Blue Spanish eyes. Elvis Presley had beautiful blue eyes. Okay, so we're dealing with a couple of derangers. See it. You can see it as clear as day. That's not something that you want to go through. I have an enormous fear of alligators. No, but I have an enormous compassion for people that are suffering narcissistic abuse. This is not something that you want to go through. I don't wish this upon anybody. I have no regrets. This can be somebody going to a reform school. I have a card in here that's called Rocky. And but this is the narcissist. This is the whole catfishing thing. A narcissist baits you and they betray you. It's kind of, that's the easiest way to comprehend narcissistic abuse, is you've been catfished, you've been conned, okay? And it can take you decades to uncover narcissistic abuse because they wear an incredible mask. I'm talking about familial narcissism. And you will attract a lot of unhealthy men, friends. They're your frenemies. That's the Catfish Club. And they all have a different mask. The mask is specifically designed individually for that person. You know, and they're competitive. They'll show you a side of them at some point that is the shock and awe. The shock and awe is when you see something, you say something or whatever. When you see something, this also reminds me of the Juva card. They're very juvenile in the way they act. They never outgrow it. You cannot change a narcissism. That's the, it's all about confusion and competitiveness. Blue Spanish eyes. Okay, so that seems to be the song for this tea leaf reading. That song came up the other day. Song blue, weeping like a willow. I love Neil Diamond. Okay. I have a little card here that needs a little bit fixing here. So let's see what guardian angel you need. Oh, this is very interesting. It's not always about luck. This is the solution to the pollution is delusion. It's a little bit more than luck. So I'm divinely protected. We do have spirit guides. We have guardian angels. This is the dark night. Maybe somebody will land on this. And it takes a lot to uncover the psychopathy of the Machiavellian. And Spirit always gives you signs. Okay, so let's take one here. One final glance at this cup. Three cheers. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. We have a lot of ancestors that are guiding us and protecting us, all to bring you to a happier and healthier life. So don't let the door, don't let the door hit itself on the way out. It's a reminder to walk away and keep away. Okay, so let's take, this could be the return to sender card coming up here. It's the attitude of gratitude today. Because we do have a lot of stalkers around us that, this is the finishing. This is the finishing. They want to finishing touches. This is the makeup. Someone there with high anxiety, maybe possibly wondering where you are, if you've walked away and you've kept away. The most important thing on that card is the pair of scissors, right? All narcissists, psychopaths come packing a pair of scissors. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's worth repeating. They all come back. Y'all come back now, you hear? But that's the Beverly Hillbillies. They want what you have. Sometimes people, when they're reading, sometimes it's the messages for yourself. Blue spin, it is incredible to me that it's the same cards that coming up here today, but I'm still going to post this because Spirit works through people. Spirit absolutely works through people. There's nothing on this planet that hasn't happened to someone that hasn't already happened to somebody else, because it's jealousy, competitive, curious about where you are, curious about what you're doing, curious about how you got away, and when you walk away, you keep away. Okay, so I'm talking about the aging narcissist today. This is the last card. This is the last reading for today. A little bit of messages. Spirit is the one that comes packing the pistol. Spirit is loaded with information. Spirits want to keep you sane. safe and happy, away from people that want to hurt you and want to use and abuse you. So I will always say, when you walk away, you keep away. Okay. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Like, subscribe if you wish. I love this card. This is my palm olive card. It's the greasy, what is it? The greasy, you know, they want to grease their palms with your money. Okay, that really is. And a lot of them, this is also my return to sender card. A lot of them have incredible disdain for you by calling you names. And but that's the oh, your hands are just soaking in it. That's the Dawn dish. Someone has dishpan hands out here. But anyways, that's a name calling card. This person died at a very young age. His name is Mike. He's in spirit right now. And so I was here, but now I'm gone. I left my name to turn you on. That's figuratively speaking. So have a wonderful day. It's all about the Phoenix rising. That's a wonderful, wonderful content in this reading. Take care. Like, subscribe if you wish. It's all done. Enjoy.